Is Gaza on the brink of famine? Israel responds to starvation claims. What do we actually know? I'm John Whitaker, and this is The Report. In a statement issued by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, Gaza was declared on the brink of famine. According to the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC, 2 out of 3 famine conditions have been met: plummeting food consumption and acute malnutrition. The third, hunger-related deaths, has begun to rise as well. These conditions follow months of limited humanitarian access, damaged infrastructure, and continued hostilities. Aid organizations report that food distribution is heavily restricted, and many Gazans are surviving on 1 meal a day or less. The situation has generated an outpouring of emotion online, but some of the most widely shared images and claims have since been challenged. Heart-wrenching photographs have accompanied reports from Gaza. Social media has been inundated with scenes of Gazans swarming the few aid trucks that make it through, along with photos of severely emaciated children. In response to such coverage, Israel's Coordinator of Government Activities in the Territories, or COGAT, issued a statement. Tragic images rightfully stir strong emotions, but when they are misused to fuel hatred and lies, they do more harm than good. The Jerusalem Post reported that one viral photo showing 5-year-old Osama al-Rakab was outdated. According to Israeli sources, Osama and his family were evacuated through Ramon Airport on June 12th. Additionally, the New York Times issued a correction on July 29th regarding earlier reporting on 18-month-old Mohammed Zakaria al-Mutawak, who had been cited as suffering from famine-related malnutrition. The correction stated that the Times, after receiving medical records from the hospital treating him, clarified that Mohammed's conditions stem from pre-existing health issues, not solely malnutrition. These corrections matter, but it's also important to remember that individual cases don't invalidate the broader body of evidence showing widespread hunger and malnutrition in Gaza. Getting aid into Gaza has become a highly politicized process. Most food and medical supplies must pass through checkpoints controlled by Israel. 2 main entry points, Kerem Shalom and Rafah, are heavily regulated, and deliveries are often delayed or restricted. In early 2025, Israel and the United States established the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, or GHF, a program meant to bypass Hamas and distribute aid more directly through private contractors. The goal was to ensure aid reached civilians without interference, but the results have been controversial. Human Rights Watch reports that more than 800 Palestinians were killed at or near GHF distribution sites between May and July, many allegedly by Israeli forces or private security contractors tasked with securing the aid convoys. Israel has claimed that some of those killed were affiliated with Hamas, while human rights groups dispute that characterization. Israel also claims Hamas is stealing or taxing aid and uses this as justification for rerouting supplies. According to exclusive reporting by Reuters, a USAID investigation examined 156 incidents of theft or loss of US-funded supplies reported by USAID partners between October 2023 and May 2025, and found no widespread evidence of theft, contradicting those claims, although this report has been denied by the US State Department. Meanwhile, the UN's World Food Program and other humanitarian groups argue that access restrictions, not theft, are the biggest barrier. In many cases, trucks loaded with aid have been forced to wait days at border crossings or have been denied entry altogether. Even when food does make it in, getting it into the hands of civilians is dangerous. The GHF routes, intended to streamline distribution, have in some cases turned into death traps. According to retired U.S. Army Special Forces Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Baylor Aguilar, who worked in Gaza as a security contractor for UG Solutions, even if the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation were operating at full capacity, it would only be capable of delivering 1/10 of the volume of aid that previously entered Gaza under the UN-led system. In summary, Israel denies the existence of famine, while humanitarian groups confirm famine-like conditions. Regarding the photographic evidence, Israel calls them misleading. Some are confirmed to depict unrelated medical issues. For aid theft, Israel claims that theft is widespread, while USAID found no systemic evidence. Over the course of this episode, we've examined the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. While much of the concern has come from humanitarian agencies and journalists, the stakes have drawn attention from across the political spectrum. President Donald Trump, a strong supporter of Israel, put it plainly, "You have a lot of starving people." With that, he broke from Israel's official position and pledged to help set up food centers inside Gaza. This underscores an important point. Widespread starvation is no longer just a talking point. It's a crisis recognized even by former skeptics. Whether or not these promises are fulfilled, one truth remains. Meaningful change must happen to ensure aid reaches the people who need it most. Thank you for watching episode 1 of John Whitaker Reports. The goal here is simple, to bring you fact-based reporting without the spin. I aim to give you not just the facts, but fair, good-faith summaries of both sides, along with analysis that's honest, nonpartisan, and grounded in reality. New episodes drop every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern. If this report brought you value, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. It truly helps the channel grow and stay independent. That's the end of today's episode. No noise, no spin, just the story. Until next time, I'm John Whitaker, and this has been The Report. What's your take on today's story? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one.